in this episode, we will talk regarding the astrology. So meet Bibek Ghimire, our mentor, and he has done some research, and he is well known about astrology. So welcome to the Akrehes Curious podcast episode 2.
Thank you.
So how often you do research? Like how many research you have done till date regarding the astrology?
I have done quite a bit of research, but the problem is I couldn't find. I could go from. I completed the basic level. Let's say that I completed the basic level, and some part of intermediate level, but there was no resource available for advanced level.
Okay.
So I'm not an astrologer. I have to say it in the beginning. I'm not qualified enough to make predictions, but I can make somewhat some I can predict personality traits and something about I can judge that how the chart is in overall. Is it good? The placement of planets are the dignity of planets. I can see that much.
So how do you define astrology? Like what is astrology for just tell in the very simple and short answer, so that the beginner and the very teenager can also understand what is astrology.
So astrology is the ancient science of predicting the future, and it is based on planetary systems and the constellations. The most important elements in astrology are the planets and the constellations, and it is very scientific. Think of it like this. In the ancient time, they knew that Jupiter was the biggest planet. First of all, without any sophisticated telescope and sophisticated technology, to find that there are this many planets, and to find that this is the smallest planet, this is the biggest planet, and how did they know that Venus rotates opposite to other planets? I think other planets rotate anti-clockwise and Venus rotates clockwise. How did they know that? So it is said that Venus is Sukracharya in astrology, and Sukracharya means teachers to the Rakshas, to the demons, and the demons are always opposite from devas. So how did they know that much about, and how did they know the constellations? How did they have that much clear map of the sky? So it is very interesting. It is very fascinating.
Okay, so we know that the astrology is quite famous, and they believe in the astrology by the Hindu Sanatani especially. But how the actual and the fact it is, like science accept the astrology, or it's not?
I think it is up to you to believe it or not, but I personally believe in it because I have seen astrologers making very accurate predictions, and it is considered pseudo-science, but it may be pseudo-science, but it is based on very scientific facts, and it is connected with mythology also. But seeing how accurate some predictions can be, I think eventually it is up to you, but I would say that you can believe in it, or you can say that you can, for example, if you have your horoscope read by any astrologer, then you can judge how accurate the predictions are, and you can make your own decision.
But people often say that astrology is just a superstition, and it's only a psychology. So do you agree in this term, or you will just you will defend that?
I will defend that, because I will defend astrology because, as I said, just try to see how, for example, the astrologer from Nepal, Bhatia Adhikari, predicted that a new disease will come in 2019, I guess. So you can find the evidence if you are interested enough. I think it must be very catchy to everyone. I think everyone should be curious in this subject that predicts the future. So you can do your own research on that. It is up to you. But if you were to take my word, then I would say that you can believe in astrology. It works.
Okay, but some astrologers predict my future as well, and sometimes I feel like it is really happens. And sometimes I feel like no, it's not, like sometimes this kind of things happen. So it's very hard to accept that it is 100% true. Can you read my uh, future, like can you read my birth chart right now?
To answer your question, I should say that,
You can take a time if you want, no hurry.
as I said, I can make some prediction about how that person is, his personality traits,
Mhm.
and his overall dignity of the planets,
Mm.
if the planets are well placed. And I can say that, I can say in context of
In context.
like out of 0 to 10, how much, what is the quality of your chart? What is the based on the dignity of the planets?
Mm.
I can give you a number. So you have, for example, 7. Then you should say that, then it means that you have overall good placement of planets. And if it is 4 or 5, then the result will be mixed. And if it below than that, then but one thing to remember is that I read books written by some astrologers, and I have read that in one book he had written that astrology is not 100% accurate, and you should not take any astrologer's word. It the any science is not 100% accurate. Even the modern science has many unanswered questions.
Yeah, yeah. Like even in the modern science have lots of theories that are wrong, and it is hypothesis also. So yeah, I agree with that also. But let's talk about the, like there in the Hindu, especially in the Hindu culture, there is one what we call, this is also a culture that when we get married, that we see the chart of two bride and groom. So what is the special there? What is special we can see in the chart while we do marry? It is
Well,
necessary
is
or
it necessary? If you believe in astrology, then I have heard people saying that, in one television show, I have heard that, the astrologer said that your marriage will not be so good. It will be full of disputes. It might not be a successful marriage, but it turned out to be a good marriage. You should not believe 100%. You should not take the word for it. It is not a guaranteed science. It is not guaranteed that you will have a bad marriage or a good marriage, but it can give you some hints. It can give you some, framework that just, if you were to consider three things about a successful marriage, consider astrology one of them. I would say that.
Okay. So I'm so curious about this, like how important is to make up any construction by looking the astrological side.
Vastu.
For example, I have heard that even the White House, like they are the Christian majority country, but also they have they have built the White House following all the astrological what we call the method, or the what we say,
Astrological
Salah
alignment.
means opinion.
Opinions.
Yeah, regarding following the astrological opinion. So what you have to say on that point?
The way I see this is, usually from the outside, America says that astrology is pseudo-science. But if you observe carefully, then America has accepted Hinduism and Hindu practices more than us, Hindus. There are many Sanskrit universities in America, and yoga is being quite popular in America also. And it may sound like a conspiracy theory, but it is true that White House was built, by in certain planetary alignments. A particular planet going through particular nakshatra. All the alignment were seen while constructing the White House.
Even like lots of Western like scientists and all are like very impressed with our Hindu culture, right? Like from the Oppenheimer to lots of other astrologers, they just study our holy books, and they have, like contribute, they source something and just put there in the theory.
Yes.
Lots of things.
Einstein, in latter part of his life, Einstein was gravitated towards Hinduism and Hindu scriptures like Bhagavad Gita, and he said, there is a quote of Albert Einstein. He says that religion is religion is blind without science, and science is lame without religion. That is, I like that quote. It says a lot.
Okay.
Single quote.